Hello, I am Flash Isaac, and you are welcome to the Flashlearners series, where we solve past and likely questions for your examination. And at the end of this series, your life will never remain the same because I shall be releasing a whole lot of episodes. In this series, I will be making use of the Flashlearners application. Simply visit Google Play Store or flashlearners.com to install the app. Are you watching on YouTube? I've shared the link to both the mobile and desktop app below. Download and let us begin. Find the LCM of 16, 32 and 40. 16, 32 and 40. When you are asked to look for LCM of 2 or 3 numbers, write the numbers side by side just like this. Draw a line this way and draw a straight line. Start dividing with a low number that can divide at least one of them. Start from 2. You look at 16, you look at 32, and you look at 40. Ask yourself, can 2 divide them? If yes, not even them, can 2 divide at least one of them? If yes, put 2 here. Use each of the numbers to divide 2. 16 divided by 2, 8. 32 divided by 2, that should give you 16. 40 divided by 2, that should give you 20. You ask yourself, can 2 go again into at least one of them? Yes. 8 divided by 2, 4. 16 divided by 2, 8. 20 divided by 2, 10. You ask yourself, can 2 go again into at least one of them? Yes. 4 divided by 2, 2. 8 divided by 2, 4. 10 divided by 2, 5. You ask yourself, can 2 go into at least one of them? Yes. 2. 2 divided by 2, 1. 4 divided by 2, 2. 5 divided by 2, there will be a decimal point, not whole number. Just keep the 5 like that. We don't need decimal points. You ask yourself again, can 2 go into at least one of them? Yes. 2. 1 divided by 2, there will be a decimal point, so it's not necessary. 1 remains. 2 divided by 2, 1. 5 divided by 2, 5 remains. You ask yourself, can 2 go again? No. We don't use 1. Can 3, then you increase your number. Can 3 go? No. Can 4 go into at least one of them? No. Can 5 go? Yes. 5. 1, 1. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Once everything here is 1, 1, 1, that is it. You are done. How do you not get the LCM? You multiply everything here, which is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8. 8 times 2, 16. As you proceed, you get to 160. The LCM of 16, 32, and 40 is 160. Odiri bought 12 cartons of biscuits for 3,000 naira. Find the cost of 7 cartons. If 12 cartons cost 3,000 naira, 1 carton will simply cost 3,000 naira divided by 12. And what does that give you? That will give you 250 naira. Obiri bought 12 cartons of biscuit for 3,000 naira. From that, I've been able to get something. If 12 cartons is 3,000 naira, it means 1 carton will be 3,000 naira divided by 12. That is 250 naira. This question says, find the cost of 7 cartons. If 1 carton is 250 naira, 7 cartons will simply be 7 times 250 naira. What is that? 250, 7. So 7 times 0 is 0, times this, everything should give you 1750. So 1,750 is the cost of 7 cartons. If 12 cartons cost 3,000 naira. And here says Taiwo, Kehinde, and Ayo shared 120 naira. Kehinde, Taiwo, Kehinde, and Ayo shared 120 naira in the ratio 2:2:1. How much did they share? It's 120 naira. How much does Kehinde take? You will see this type of question a lot. When you see something like this, what do? The first thing you ask yourself is, what is the total amount? The answer here is 120 naira. How many are they? 3. Which means they shared it in the ratio 2:2:1 respectively. Respectively means the ratio here is for Taiwo. The second ratio 2 is for Kehinde, or Kehinde, Taiwo. See? The third, which is ratio 1, is for Ayo. The next thing you ask yourself is, what is the total ratio? The total ratio is simply 2 + 2 + 1. 2 + 2 is 4. 4 + 1 is 5. Total ratio is equals 5. Then you ask yourself, if total ratio is 5, how much will Kehinde take? Kehinde will simply take 2/5 times the total amount. This is the amount that Kehinde will take. Ayo, the ratio is 1/5. So Ayo will take 1/5 times the total sum, 120 rather. Pardon? Taiwo also has a ratio of 2. So Taiwo will take 2/5 of the 120 naira. 2/5 of 120 is simply 48. 2 times 120 is 240. Divided by 5 is 48. This guy will also take 48. Then this guy Ayo will take 24 naira. So the answer, the share of Kehinde is 48 naira. I've proceeded to answer it further. Taiwo will take 48 naira as well. Ayo will take 24 naira. Then you can actually check whether your answer is correct by adding them. 48 plus 48 plus 24. Will that give you 120 naira? If yes, then you are on the right track. But this is what we are asked. This is the answer. Increase 120 by 4%. 120 by 4%. It simply means add 4% of 120 to 120. It did not say find 4% of 120. It is different. It says increase 120 by 4%, which means find 4% of 120, then add it to 120, which means 4% is 4/100 of 120 is times 120. This will give you 4.8. So 4.8 is 4% of 120. But this is not our answer. We are asked to increase 120 by 4%. We simply say 120 plus 4.8. We've increased it. That should give you 124.8. Option D is the correct answer. What if they had asked us to decrease? Let me rephrase the question. If I say decrease 120 by 4%, what would you do? You simply look for the 4% of 120, but instead of adding or increasing, you simply say 120 minus 4.8. That is the only difference. What if I had said find 4% of 120? I did not say increase or decrease. 4%. You stop here. 4% of 120 is 4/100 times 120. That is how to solve questions like this. The next one says, find the simple interest on 600 naira for 5 years at 9% per annum. Simple interest is equals principal times rate times time over 100. It says the simple interest on 600 naira, that amount is the principal, times it is usually the biggest in simple interest times rate is 9%. That is the rate 9. The percentage under is compensating for rate because rate is over 100. We already have 100 here, so no need to add the percentage. They say for 5 years times 5 over 100. So if these two zeros divide these two zeros, you are simply left with 6 times 9 times 5. That is the simple interest, and that should give you 270 naira. So you solved that question. And look at this. It says find the area of the shaded portion in the diagram below. This diagram shows us two rectangles. To find the area of the shaded portion, you simply find the area of the big rectangle, you find the area of the smaller rectangle, then you subtract. Area of a rectangle is length times breadth. That is area of a rectangle. For the big rectangle, length is 10 and breadth is 5, which means the area of big is 10 times 5. That is 50 centimeter square. Area of the smaller one is 3 times 5. Length is 5, breadth is 3. So area of small is 3 times 5. That is 15 centimeter square. So the shaded portion is 50 centimeter square minus 15 centimeter square. Because when you remove that smaller one, you'll be left with the shaded portion. And 50 minus 15, is that 35 centimeter square? Yes, it should be. So that is the answer to this question. Essay is 23 years old. Essay 23. Her younger sister is 19 years old. The youngest Essay, younger sister 19. What was the sum of their ages 13 years ago? Sum of their ages 13 years ago. This is simple now. If Essay is 23 years old now, and Essay's younger sister is 19 years old now, 13 years ago, Essay will simply be 23 minus 13. That should give you 10. Then Essay's younger sister 13 years ago was 19 minus 13. And will that give you 6? Yes. So if she was 13 years ago, if you are 15 years now, 5 years ago you were simply 10. 13 years ago you were simply 2 years old. It's simple logic. So the sum of their ages 13 years ago is simply 10 plus 6. That is 16 years. Sum means add. Then the difference in their ages 13 years ago will simply be 10 minus 6 difference. What if they had said, what will be the sum of their ages 13 years from now? 13 years from now, Essay will be 23 plus 13. Essay's younger sister will be 19 plus 13. The sum of their ages 13 years from now will simply be adding this and this. All these questions are simple. They just require your understanding and open mind. With that, you will be good to go. And this is telling us to find the median of the scores 4, 1, 2, 0, 5, 3, 4. Median is simply the middle number when you arrange numbers in ascending or descending order. Arranging this number in ascending order, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. If you take 2 away from here, take 2 away from here, you have 3. Take 1 away from here, take 1 away from here, you have 3. This is the middle number. In some cases, you have 2 numbers at the middle. For example, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, something like this. It's already in ascending order. Before you find the middle number, make sure you arrange the numbers in ascending order or descending order. It must be orderly, because exactly the way these numbers are, the middle number will be 0, which is wrong. Now give me this one. When you remove 1 here, you remove 1 here, you have 2. So if you remove one here, you remove one here, you have nothing. Meaning 2 has to be at the middle. The middle in this case will be the average of the two numbers. That is 3 plus 4 over 2. That is 7 over 2. This is the middle number. I hope you found this helpful. Find the angle marked S in the figure below. This figure shows different angles at a point. Different angles at a point. And remember, angles at a point, they sum up to 360 degrees. This means even the S we are looking for plus the other angles 50 degrees plus 40 degrees plus 30 degrees plus 70 degrees plus 100 degrees. Everything will sum up to 360 degrees. That is sum of angles at a point. Now, S plus 50 plus 40, 90, plus 30, that's 120, plus 70, 190, plus 100, 290. So S degrees plus 290 degrees is equals 360 degrees. Collecting like terms, S degrees is equals 360 degrees minus 290 degrees. This is simply 70 degrees. That is how to solve questions like this. And in a class, there are 30 girls and 45 boys. Find the ratio of girls to boys. The ratio is the same thing as division, or you can simply say 30 ratio 45 or 30 over 45. 30 divided by 5 is 6. 45 divided by 5 is 9. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So the simplest form here is 2 ratio 3. That is the ratio of girls to boys in the simplest form. While boys to girls is 3 ratio 2. Welcome back and thank you for watching this episode on the series. Feel free to check out the other episodes. Subscribe so you don't miss out any video, and feel free to tell your friends about this. Thank you.